Hey guys, here we are for our next war recap video. This one versus Wasting Time. As you can see, it was a 27-24 victory for Clash Holes. And I'll show you some of the attacks. We did have to go up against one Town Hall 11, so it wasn't exactly even. And they also had one less little account. I believe we had a 7 and a 6, and they just had a 7, and that's it. Anyways, we'll get to that Town Hall 11 attack at the very end, but we're going to start with number 7. Number 7 is the Shaggin' Wagon. He is doing a mass hog attack. So he pulls out that clan castle. He actually has a mistake in this attack. He misplaces a heal spell like off in the corner or something like that. I don't know what happened. But it doesn't matter. He still smashes it. Anyways, let's fast forward through this poison. And he could have used it as a swag, but yeah, I remember watching it live and just being like, oh no, what was that? Ah. Anyways, pulls out that dragon, pulls out that balloon, poison, and the wizards, drops in his hogs, kind of Asian wall style, three finger, drops in those two heals, and then there's that third one out back. I don't know what happened there. He just took off it, was trying to go back to some other troops. Doesn't matter. He the hogs to end up going through this base without an extra heal, and just eats this thing up. Does start to get a little light coming up against both of these wizard towers here at the end. Luckily, he kind of gets a decent little split. A couple of them have to fight off the Barbarian King, but they get down those Teslas, get down that mortar, make their way to that cannon. And luckily, he has a couple left for cleanup. His king and his wizards are coming around the outside, and they're about to meet up with that defending king. And once that goes down, those wizards smoke him real quick. Once that, yeah, this is just cleanup now. So last couple of trash buildings, that hog will jump to the middle. That king will try to beat his way there. And good 3-star. Good job, Shag. Okay. Now let's move up and watch a Little Lumber attack. Little Lumber going up against their number 5. This is also a mass hog. And it was a fresh attack, so since I'm the one who did it, I can kind of tell you what I was thinking. After looking at the base, I was trying to figure out, it's not a very great design, and there aren't any good spots for bombs. So I figured that these are probably Teslas, and that these are probably great bombs, or the other way around. But we got 3 of both, so I don't know where the last ones are. And so I drop a couple of barbarians. As you can see, I bring 8 barbarians for this. I've decided to drop 1 in the corner here, 1 in the corner here, and then 1 in each of these spots down here, trying to either trigger great bombs or to pop Teslas so I can figure out where they are. And then based on where those Teslas pop, I'll make my decision of where to attack. And I told myself before this attack started that if Teslas pop down here, I'll hog it from the bottom. Maybe I'll drop 1 hog on each Tesla just to make sure there's not a great bomb sitting in front of it, but I think my barb would catch it, but just in case. And if the Teslas are up here, then I would assume that these are great bombs, and I would hog it from the top. But what happens is something different. Actually, a Tesla pops here, and nothing there, and nothing there, and then the other 2 Teslas were here. So because of that, I decided at the last minute, which I didn't really like afterwards, to hog it from the left, thinking that when I drop my king down here, he would walk around, trigger the great bomb, and get to that Tesla, so that way my hogs wouldn't have to deal with that. It's not really how it worked out, but let's just watch the replay. So I drop that first barb there, nothing. Drop a barb there, great bomb. I drop a barb there, nothing. I drop a barb there, nothing. But I do pop this Tesla down here. So I kind of take a second here to, this is where I'm like replanning, like, oh, I didn't expect that. All right, let's reevaluate. And then I start dragging the clan castle over to the corner. Let's fast forward through that. Take down that dragon, take down that balloon. I don't even bother with the poison. I did it the Brent style. I figured I would save my poisons for the Larrys and the king, even though I'm basically coming right at the king, so maybe that wasn't the best idea either. I could have used one on that dragon. Anyways, Asian wall with the hogs, because I'm not worried about great bombs. Nice little split. I could have dropped that second heal a bit earlier, but my pack does run into that. So I have two pretty late heals, and they're ripping through pretty good. I have one last heal for them, which I'm going to put in this bottom area here. I dropped that poison for the Larrys. And then as they finish up these couple of things, they do actually trigger one of those great bombs that are in that corner, because they do run down for that Tesla. My king did not continue to walk down like I was hoping he would. But it doesn't matter. I don't have any more heals for them, but they do. It's just a glancing blow. It doesn't take more than a couple out, and the rest it takes them down to low health. But there are no more great bombs. I think the last one was right here, and I just avoided it. So I'm pretty sure there are no more great bombs, none that I'm going to hit, not in this core anyways. And so that from there on out, it is just all cleanup. I do drop a wizard in each corner to prevent my hogs from having to run way out there. And that is that. And the 3-star. Alright. Now from here, let's move up to number 4. And we're going to watch Brent 2 do a Go Va Lo. Now, I really like this attack. Not only because I love Go Va Los, but also because of how he places his Quake. You see right now he's drawing out his clan castle, so it gives us a second to talk about it. He's going to Quake right here in the middle, and it's really easy to Quake just a little bit higher than he is right now and open up these two side compartments, but he doesn't. He leaves those intact, and that forces his golems and his Valkyries right up, and they don't get distracted by any of this stuff in the little squares. And a lot of people would open those thinking, oh, well, my troops will get in there, I'll get more percentage points, you're going to take out more riffraff, less for your hog or your balloons to do, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that's all good and dandy. But if your kill squad doesn't do its job, which is get in the core and take out those air defenses, your balloons are screwed. Who cares about the rest of that stuff? Your balloons are going to take that out just fine. So I really, really like his Quake here. It just shows how well he thought it out. It's something for everyone to think about when they're doing stuff like that. Anyways, he's got his golems and his Valks going in there, throws a rage on it, throws a heal on it right in the center, and that's going to protect those all the way through. They're going to take out the traps, not that that really matters because he's not using hogs, and he's going to take out all those air defenses, all those archer towers, and the blowers too. So starts dropping in his loons. He does have a couple of loons die down here in this area trying to take out that archer, so he's going to have to drop some more reinforcements in. In the meantime, he's got his loons up north just swarming in a counterclockwise formation, and this base is going down real quick. The only real threat left is that Wiz Tower, because he does kind of have a bunched up group of balloons here at the end. But they get there, they get the job done, and then it's just cleanup from here. So this is a little bit slow on the cleanup because balloons are slow, and he's only got that, I think, one wizard left. But they get the job done. He's got plenty of time, and we'll just finish this out. And there it goes. Alright, now let's move up and watch number 3. Three is Brent going on their number 3, and it is also a Go Va Lo, very similar to his other attack with his Town Hall 8. As you can see, he just drops in 1 balloon for that archer tower, and 1 balloon for that cannon in the top corners, and great value 1-for-1 trades on those. Then he can just drop a couple of wizards and just start cleaning up all that mess nice and early. And let's see what he's going to do here with the clan castle. After he gets both, basically creates 2 funnels using only a couple of wizards and a couple of balloons. Starts dropping in his single golem. Oh, excuse me. I thought he had 2 golems. Oh yeah, there is 2 golems in his Valkyries with a jump spell going right to the core. And I think this was a cleanup attack, so he knew that there was a hound in the middle, so he basically just ignores it. Sends in all of his ground troops, again with the rage and the heal right in the middle. Once all those air defenses go down, then they start beating on walls, but their job is done. Meanwhile, the queen's in there starting to clean up some stuff. It would have been nice if she would have went in the core. She would have gotten so much more value, but you can see these balloons, they're just swarming everything, and there's not much that hound is going to do about it. So they're taking out defense after defense, and they're all gone now. Look at that. That was so quick. So now he's got a really nice spread of balloons. He's still got 5 balloons and a wizard in the bag. Didn't use either of his poisons. And that poor hound, it's still sitting there chasing the king. It's absolutely worthless. So, I mean, the hound can be kind of tricky if you don't know that it's coming. But if you know that it's there, you have a couple of options. You can just flat out ignore it and send in stuff that won't shoot it because it puts out so little damage that it's not going to hurt you. Or you can pull it to the corner and do that healer archer trick. Or you can pull it out and kill it. A lot of people do that. Deal with the lava pups. Obviously, it's best to deal with that when you're not fighting a bunch of other defenses as well. But yeah, the hound, it's very, very popular, but it's really not that great of a troop. But it is nice to mix it up. You don't want to either put dragons in all your bases or hounds in all your bases. You want to have a variety. All right, let's look at this last one. This last one is not a great attack, and I'm not super proud of it. But we haven't gotten a chance to show very many Town Hall 11 attacks, and so this is me taking on a Town Hall 11 as a Town Hall 10. As you can see, heroes aren't that great, but they do have the eagle, and my plan here was to quake in through this square right here. And as you'll see in my attack, I screwed it up. I placed it just a little bit too high, and I didn't get this wall, and because I had planned to quake it, my troops had to beat through this wall in order to get the job done. But I did end up with the 2-star, so I can't be too upset. So here we go. Let's watch what happens. So first I drop in the giant just for the CC lure. And then I pull it out. I don't want to fight that dragon and those balloons while I'm fighting the Infernos and the Eagle Artillery, especially because I don't plan on doing a Queen Walk on this one. I like doing Queen Walks on Town Hall 11s because it doesn't trigger the Eagle Artillery, but on this one I wasn't planning on doing it that way, so I needed to make sure I took care of that clan castle before my troops went all nuts. Now, this was a 1 golem attack, already dead, which is really unfortunate. It died super fast. I should have brought, 5 or 6 barbarians to do the dragon kill portion, but I didn't, and so I had to use my golem. So he took a lot of hits, and I didn't get his tanking in the core, which I really was counting on. But luckily, I have all those witches, and the Valkyries, they do a lot of tanking. They're very tanky. I ended up getting my Barbarian King into the core. He took out that town hall pretty quickly. I got my Archer Queen, and she's now getting targeted by that eagle, and she dies really quick when that thing's on her. So I did burn her ability to try to get her out of his view, which didn't really work. I thought that he would no longer target her, but it looked like his target stayed on her. So anyways, she ends up making her way out to the side, which was good for a little bit more percentage points. But between the Quake fail and the Golem dying too early, which was part of the Quake fail and also part of me not bringing Barbarians to do a proper CC kill, and I had to burn my hero abilities early. I burned my king early as well to make sure that Town Hall went down. I could have waited another few seconds on that. He wasn't even really getting hurt at that point. And as you can see here, this Eagle Artillery is picking off all my archers that I had planned out for all the scrap buildings. Had I done the scrap buildings in the very beginning, before the Eagle Artillery was even available, I would have had another, probably, because there's 3 buildings up top, another building on the left. I might have been able to get that building on the right, probably another 5 or 6%. So now we're talking about, a 60%er just on the archers alone. So not very proud of this attack, but wanted to show you guys a Town Hall 11 hit, and that is going to end our recap. Good job to Clash Holes, back on another winning streak, and hopefully we keep this up. Until next time, I'll see you guys around. Good luck out there.